Entaro Tassadar, fellow Protoss players, my name is Kylaris, and have you been in a situation where you have been against Zerg? Do you need to know what to do against a 6-pool? I've been asked this question many a time, and today the answer is revealed. I'm pretty sure that this has been revealed elsewhere or whatever, but I'm going to give you a take on what I do against a 6-pool or anything like that. And let me state for the record, the 6-pool is the most fail strategy in the world. It's useless unless you are a micro god, unless you are somebody like Cool or Check, somebody like that, as we did see in the GSL, haha. But other than that, it's fail, totally fail. If you're a Zerg player, it's fail. Don't do it. It's rubbish, totally rubbish, 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 rubbish. Anyway, as we're going to see here, I've got my friends doing a few 6-poolings, and I do not. I made sure that I'm not going to react to it until I actually see the 6-pool. So as you can see, I've just thrown my pylon down at a normal time there. I see the 6-pool, and I'm thinking, oh, 6-pool, oh, what should I do? And as you can see here, I'm going to react as most Protoss players would do. As you can see, I'm going to be throwing down a gateway at the front of my base, and I'm going to be throwing something else down in a bit in order to be able to try and fend it off. And this, in my opinion, is what most Protoss players do in this situation. They will either get a gateway and then try and chrono boost a zealot, which can be very problematic since 1.1. Or they can throw a forge down and try and wall off this in order to be able to get another cannon down, and in order to be able to get a cannon down and fend off that 6-pool. As you can see, the Zerglings are already coming out. And if we look at the production tab, my forge is only half complete. So by the time these Zerglings get here, and this is especially prominent on maps like Steps of War, etc., because the rush distance is so small. So my gateway is just warping in, and my forge is just warping in as well, and at this point I could be trying to chrono boost a zealot out, but it's not going to get out in time before this forge falls, so I am trying to throw down this cannon furiously, completely furiously, blah blah blah, and I threw down an extra pylon just in case he did kill that first pylon, you know, so that all these buildings wouldn't be underpowered or whatever, and I'm throwing down a second cannon there in desperation basically, but this forge is about to fall, and all these Zerglings are getting to get into my base, and at this point, these cannons are completely useless. They're not going to be able to fend off anything that's in your base. What are you going to do? So, as you can see, all these Zerglings are here, and I've just given up at this point, and I'm just going to leave the game. For argument's sake, let's say the probes couldn't take them out for this, blah, 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 whatever, and couldn't fend them off. Let's say, look, the more Zerglings streaming in, I'm pretty sure that the probes won't be able to do a whole lot against this. So, let's quit out of this game a second. So that's an example of what I normally see of a 6-pool defense or whatever. Now I'm going to show you what I do against a 6-pool. Let's load this up. It's taking a while. Come on, come on. Right, here we go. So again, very standard, normal thing. Same position, same everything or whatever. This is a different game, I assure you. Don't worry. Let's open up the production tab. And what I've started to do against a lot of Zerg right now is kind of abandoning this front wall thing, especially on smaller maps, because of things like a 9-pool, 6-pool even, and since the patch 1.1 it can be extremely lethal to Protoss players, because that Zealot does take so long to get out initially. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be throwing a pylon down near my base. Now, this seems sort of counterintuitive to most players. They're thinking, no, I need to be walling off. But they're going to get in my base and going to be running around and running amok. But bear with me, or whatever. As I say, if you're in the higher levels of play, Platinum, Diamond, or whatever, this isn't going to apply to you too much. So I apologize for wasting your time. Whatever, don't care that much, sorry. It's a 6-pool video, what do you expect? And so the 6-pool is making now, as you can see, saving up money for these Zerglings to make sure I can produce as many as possible. And what I'm going to be doing anytime soon, this pylon is now finished, is I was going to be throwing down a forge there, and then I realised this is sort of a bad place for the forge, and I'll explain why in just a second. So I throw a forge down here, since I have scouted this 6-pool, just so you know. As I say, I knew it was coming, but I wanted to make sure I'd scouted it before I did any kind of reaction play. So it's very important to send that first scout out after you get this pylon, once this pylon's warping in. So now these Zerglings are coming in, as you can see, they're running along. Going to be coming into my base very, very shortly. And the reason I put this forge here instead of there was, if you put the forge there and then the cannon there, the cannon covers a lot less radius around your nexus. But if you put the cannon here, not only does it have a lot less area for the Zergling to cover, and as you can see I'm throwing down another pylon, so the Zerglings they can hit it even less. So yeah, and also if they do take this first pylon down, they're not going to have much of a chance at all. But as you can see now, this cannon is warping in. As I say, you've got the economic lead at this point, no need to panic. These Zerglings are coming in, I'm running my probes down here, waiting for this cannon to finish. No probes have been taken out so far. These Zerglings are coming along to try and take the cannon out. Now engaging them with these probes, I'm going to lose one probe. I've already lost one probe. Only lost one probe so far. Three Zerglings have been taken down, and now these Zerglings can't do anything against this photon cannon positioning. Now you're pretty much free. He is now reinforcing with a few more Zerglings, as you can see here, and here, and here. Lots more Zerglings streaming in, but there is nothing a Zerg player can do against this. This cannon is in nice position of pylons here, so he can't take it out. Putting down my simulator, bringing these probes back again, because these Zerglings are coming in. And again, you can fend off Zergling 6-pull rushes with your probes very, very, very easily. It just helps to have this cannon here in this position. And, you know, eventually you're going to need to get a forge anyway, so in essence you're only really wasting, in inverted commas, 150 minerals on that initial cannon. And this is a very nice place to have it. I mean, even here would be quite nice, but you do want to have it have more kind of mineral coverage than the normal. So now just getting this gateway out or whatever, throwing down another pylon, and gonna be just going with a standard build or whatever now. And that's pretty much it for the demonstration. If you do play your normal game at this point, the Zerg has a very, very hard time catching up. He's gonna get me to cancel this cybernetics core, but that doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, if you play your normal game from here on, you're pretty much in a very, very strong position to win the game. So that's going to be my video on 6-pulling and defending against 6-pull or whatever. I hope you learned something from it if you're from bronze to gold or whatever. I did have tons and tons of announcements, like I'm going to be partnering up with another YouTube channel very soon, in order to bring you some interesting games on their channel, and etc, etc. I'm hopefully going to be doing a dual cast with the Riot XL, who's a US cast, as that will be fantastic, 'cause I've never done it before, so it'll be a really cool experience. I've been commissioned to do a Hunter Cataclysm guide for anybody who's interested in World of Warcraft. And that should be coming out at the very end of the year, so that'll be interesting as well, since I'm pretty good at World of Warcraft actually, so yeah, not many people I suppose know that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.